Shabbat Shalom. This coming Shabbat, we celebrate Shabbat Shirah, the Shabbat of song. Why? Because, of course, this is the Shabbat where we read the Torah portion of Bishalach, where the children of Israel crossed the sea and in a spontaneous reaction led by Moses and Miriam, start singing to God. They see the Egyptians dead on the banks of the sea, and they start singing praises. They start chanting. They start expressing themselves in a way that Jews had not done before, but would do many times after, in appreciation to the miracle that God had given them. It's a great story and a great piece of biblical poetry. And yet, we often forget that the Haftorah that we read this week is an equally beautiful example of biblical poetry. And I would tell you one that for us today in a modern age is either just as important, if not more so. The Haftarah is taken from the book of Judges. It is the song of Devorah and Barak, after they have led the people into victory with the help of Yael. But if it sounds a little bit different than the victory in the Torah portion, it is. The victory that's described in the book of Judges in this week's Haftarah portion is entirely human authored. It is the victory or the miracle of human beings, of a human army that never should have been able to defeat an opposing human army. And I know, in our tradition, when human beings do things that they couldn't possibly have thought that they would be able to do, we look at that as a miracle, but we also recognize the divine in that who gives us the ability to do miracles. But for us, there's an important lesson here. Sometimes we can wait around for miracles to happen to us. We can sit and wait and hope that things will sort of present themselves to us and create a life for ourselves that we want. But the reality is, nobody ever met their Besher sitting on a couch on a Saturday night. We have to effectuate miracles in our lives. We have to take the bull by its horns. We have to follow the example of Devorah, Barak, and Yael, and when we see a problem, a difficult challenge, not rely on other people to handle it for ourselves, but to look within and find what it is deep within every single one of us that will enable us to overcome the challenge at hand. Shabbat Shalom.